everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So today's video is going to be an everyday makeup look, and I start that by applying a good amount of chapstick to my lips just so that they're not dry while I'm doing my makeup. So we're going to take my Morphe palette, and then the second to darkest shade, we are going to use that for my eyebrows. So by now you guys have probably noticed that my eyebrows are completely two different shapes. They are not twins, they are not sisters, they are barely even cousins. So it takes me a long time to do my eyebrows. I like to take my time doing them so that I can try to get them at least look like sisters. But yeah, doing my eyebrows is probably the longest part about doing my makeup. Okay, so next we're going to take this Maybelline concealer and we're going to outline the eyebrows to kind of shape them a little bit better and to cover up those hairs that are still growing or that you haven't plucked yet. Okay, so for foundation, we're going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and I am in the shade 330. I did have to mix in a little bit of the concealer that I used around my eyebrows. I just added a little bit of that with the foundation so that it matched my skin tone a little better. Next, we're going to be using the same concealer that we've been using this whole time, and we're going to put that underneath the eyes, on the chin, and a tiny bit of the nose to highlight those areas. I like to fan my face so that the concealer can give me more coverage when I start to blend it out. And I don't like to use beauty blenders or brushes for my concealer because I feel like it takes away a lot of the product. So I just use my finger to blend it out. Now we're going to contour the face. So I like to put it around my cheekbones to slim the face, and I put it on my forehead to make my forehead look a little bit smaller. And I also like to blend this out with my finger. And it does look like, I'm not gonna lie, it does look like a lot, like I put too much on, but as you blend it out, it will start to blend with the rest of the makeup. So after we finish blending out the contour, we are now going to set the face with Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Banana Powder. And I like to apply that a lot. I like to apply a lot in my T-zone just because I have really oily skin, and even using the foundation and the powder, even after a few hours, my makeup looks like it's about to slide off. That's how oily my skin is. So if you have really oily, prone skin like me, you're probably going to want to apply a lot of powder in your T-zone area as well, so that your makeup will try to last as long as it can. So what I'm doing right here is that I am highlighting this area of my face so that my cheekbones can pop out a little bit more and my face will look a little more snatched as well. So after baking for about 5 minutes, I'm now going to brush off the excess powder, but I'm not going to brush it off completely. I'm going to blend it into the areas that did not have any powder so that my whole face just has a nice layer of powder on it. Now we're gonna bronze up the face a little bit, and you're just gonna take a tiny amount of bronzer and you're gonna apply that in the same areas that you contoured. I also like to contour my nose with the bronzer because I feel like the concealer would just be too much on my nose when it gets really oily. So I'll just use a tiny bit of the powder, and it's a little more blendable than the concealer is. As you can see, I am now going to apply my lashes, and the lashes that I will be using are just some regular natural looking lashes that I got from my local beauty supply store. I like to use the natural lashes for my everyday kind of makeup looks, and for when I do more dramatic makeup or when I beat my face, that's when I use the more dramatic lashes. So what I'm doing now is that I'm using the same eyeshadow that I used for my eyebrows, and I'm going to take that and make little beauty marks and freckles on my face, because I like to do that when I do my everyday natural makeup looks, because I feel like it makes my makeup look more natural, more skin-like, and I just think they're cute. After doing that, I'm going to go back in with my bronzer, I'm going to go back in with my bronzer and put it on all the areas that I applied the freckles, just to kind of like set it a little bit and to make my face look a little more sun-kissed. So we are almost done. Now I am applying my blush onto my cheeks, my chin, nose, and forehead to again make my skin look a little bit more natural. And finally, for the lips, I like to wipe off any excess makeup that might be on them. I do that, even if I'm putting lipstick on, or lipstick, lip gloss, anything that I'm putting on my lips, I like to wipe them off so that they're, like a nice clean surface to put it on. And I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Mini Lip Gloss Balm in the shade Fenty Glow. And now we are done. That is it for my everyday makeup routine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Give this video a thumbs up and see you later.